Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is B. Avery and Tyra right here with Reviewz TV. And we are back for another recap, another review for Atlanta, Season 3, Episode 6, titled White Fashion. I've definitely seen this before on a better show. They're always stealing ideas, but the fashion industry gotta be exposed. Hashtag streetwear. Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. Me and Tyra are going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out. As if you've already seen it, you have been warned. And we are big Atlanta fans over here. And Tyra, we did not do a recap of last episode, but I got a brief idea of what you felt. You told me, you was like, B, I really wasn't feeling that episode, but I'm gonna stop right there and let the people know just real quick, 10 seconds. How did you feel about last episode and this season? And then we'll get into this episode 6. Go ahead, ma'am. The floor is yours.
I am not liking the season so much so far. I really miss the consistency of us just getting, simple stuff. I mean, uh, I don't want to block them for, trying to express all their genius and get all this good social commentary and stuff, but I really do miss the other just general aspects of the show. I was scared this episode. I was like, oh hell, the gang isn't here. But then, we left. I was like, okay,
Damn, yeah.
everybody's here.
Right.
So I did appreciate that. But the last episode, I did not really care for it too much. I was just feeling like, why are we here?
I got you. I got you. Well, guys, if you like that intro from her, if this is your first time seeing her or myself, of course, this is Ty with Reviewz TV. You can follow both of us on social media. Her information is in the description box of this video. And she's on my channel tab. This is what her page looks like. If you go to my channel tab, bam, she's right there in the second row on the far right. So subscribe to the sister and help her reach her next milestone of 5,000 subscribers. We will both love that dearly. But you really wasn't feeling the last episode. How was you feeling about this one, White Fashion? How was you feeling? Did you like it? Was it better? Was it worse? Let us know, ma'am. Let us know.
I like this episode.
You did?
Yes.
I'm surprised as hell. Okay.
Really?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Because
I like this episode. I found it quite entertaining.
Okay. I found it quite interesting. I don't know if entertaining is the word that I want to use, but I'm here and I want these people to win. What did you like about it? Let's get specific, please. Let me know.
Well, I like the whole aspect of us getting into, clearly every episode is a statement piece and we're veering off into different sections of the world and different mishaps from just it's a lot going on. But this episode we're into the fashion industry and just the aspect of how concerned they are just for us as consumer. The objective is to get us to consume and buy. They're not really into partaking what we're going through as a people, or it's just about just the consumerism of it all. It's just fashion. Right. We want you to buy, and clearly here they made a mistake on something they wanted us to buy, and they tried to fix it using people, of the Black race. And then of course we thought in the end, well, I didn't, that they may utilize his voice for a different reason, or why are we here for a certain project. We're trying to change people and have a different narrative for this organization as far as Black people, but in the end, as always, they did what they wanted to do and missed the point of the organization in general.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, just look at this, just lily white. It's just white, bland mayonnaise sandwich. Toast with no jelly, no peanut butter, no jam. I mean, look at this right here. Did you catch the little cat skunk thing? And look at this. Did you notice this right here on the back of the jersey?
Yeah.
Central Park 5.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. Now, if y'all don't know what Central Park 5 is referencing, that was did that take place in the 80s or the?
Yeah, it did. The 5 guys were imprisoned and they were innocent of attacking a woman. Yeah,
right. And it was a farce, and of course Donald Trump had a lot to do with that because he put a big ad in the paper like, hey, they should get the death penalty, and it was proven that they didn't do anything. And even when he was pre-election during his presidency, unfortunately, he still didn't want to back down. He was double downing on everything, and so it's just they thought those little things in there. When we was watching this, I hope I guess you, of course you had to notice because we was watching it together, of how I kept taking it back on certain points. Like, wait a minute, I got to see that again. You know what I'm saying? So this is just very interesting to me, how they threw that in there. This cultural appropriation, sprinkles of gentrification, just stealing our stuff. As the title suggested, you know, this white fashion. I'm gonna read it again. I've definitely seen this before on a better show. They're always stealing our ideas, you know. And what was his name? Khalil in the show. How did you feel about his character? He was a bit annoying to me. I thought he was Carlton at first, from Bel Air. I was like, wait a minute, I recognize that voice. Is that him? I was gonna trip out, but I was like, no, that's not him. But let me see if I can find an image of him real quick. But I think that's the same guy that was in Insecure. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, the brother. He was, because he was gay in Insecure. He was gay in this.
I think that was so. I need to see his face again.
Yeah. Remember when I forgot, I'm finna say Leah. Not what is Issa's, she was doing the fundraiser or the event at the block party event, and one of the guys was, I forgot who he was talking to, but he was like, hey, why don't you ever have somebody here that I can hook? Yeah, and you okay, so you remember the scene, but you don't think that was him or whatever.
No, I didn't get that.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But you know, when I was watching this, I was like, okay, this is okay. It's not the best episode, but I kind of see where they're going with it. But actually, as we're recapping it now, I'm actually appreciating it just a little bit more. Some of the stuff still kind of flew over my head. I may have to give it a first, because we've only seen it once. And so you guys let us know how you feel as well. But this is just a trip right here with the Central Park 5.
Did you think this was on purpose?
What exactly what was on purpose?
Them placing that on the back, because I thought the idea in the beginning is that they are so disconnected from Black people and so unaware that they thought it was a sensible thing. It's like, yeah, we're gonna put Central in the park and we're gonna put a big 5. It's like, yeah, and then we're gonna have 5 niggas laying around looking dead.
Right.
On the ground around this white woman. Like, you know, just how disconnected can you be? But you know, this, which prompts them to have the whole Black standby crew to, you know, clean up everything.
Good observation, but I also want to push back and ask this: do you really think they were confused? Because you know, a lot of white people be playing dumb. They try to act like they don't know what the real deal is, and they play games with our emotions all the time.
Yeah.
And so they may not be confused. This may be intentional. They just may be that evil and not give a crap, you know. But we're definitely going to get into it. How are you feeling about your boy Darius though, and all this? Look at him in the background back there, just being random as hell.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to him or whatever. But this is right here. I was worried, so I was like, are we gonna get the cast? Are we gonna get the crew? And this is the first part. We get him right here. And Ern is not happy. I was kind of tripping out. He was like, hey, I want some. He said some simple macaroni. What did he say? Spare ribs? Is that what he wanted?
I think he said like he wanted a rack of lamb.
Yeah, something kind of outlandish to me.
That's what he said. He wanted ribs, which, you know, with the special rub. Wanted
right,
ribs.
dry rub and all
dry
that.
Rub ribs.
Why were they doing this though? Like, I mean, they clearly are not on the same page as this organization. And Ern kind of called him out on that when they was in the dressing room. Like, hey, bro, why are you doing this? Apologizing to white people. You know, but he was like, you know, we got to invest in our hood, and I would have did this, and I would have got the shoes and the drip and all of that. I don't know, Tyra, I'm coming to you again. Like, what did you make of this scene and this dialogue between them? Like, this conversation, like, what did it mean to you? Because like I said, before we hit record, I was like, I'm gonna need your help with some of this. I'm being honest, ma'am. How did you feel about it?
Well, first I thought it was just us seeing how separated they are as far as views. Of course, he's like, I'm finna get him. I'm up in here. I think the dynamics changed too once T realized, like, oh, this is a non-profit type situation. You will not be paid. It's like, okay, well, I'm getting something. I need 5 suits. I want clothes for 3 years, you know?
Right.
And Ern is more so about not only how this makes him look in general, but how it makes him look to the public. Like, you could really pay pay for that. Like, we already black. We gotta be black in here asking for free shit. Like, that's just what I felt like. And I feel you see the dynamics change where he was more so like, I'm not worried about how I look to the community. Like, what do you say? I shot niggas. Like, I'm not worried about my, my public image or how this reflects on them or what this has to do with them in general. I'm in this for what I can get out of. But once he actually like pulls up and there's a seat at the table, it's just like, well, damn, y'all really not reaching out to help anybody. Then what was it all for? We're not really trying to help black people. And you hear him kind of regurgitate what Ern said when he said, oh Lord, what he said, here you go with the Ebenezer Baptist
Martin Luther
Church,
King,
the spook who said at the door, I don't want to get in
right. And you know what happens to him? They end up killing him.
But he's just like, well, now I kind of see where he's coming from at the end. Like, okay, well, yeah, I might need to be a little bit more conscious about the decisions that I'm making and why I'm actually here. And maybe we can make some change. But you see in the end of the episode, we're just, we're not.
I got you. And I like that Ern, he's being a better manager now. Every episode. That I do like the progression as far as his characters that's concerned, especially when we started, with season 1, where they're not even getting paid for their appearances, just being treated like crap. But he's trying to put them on game, just like, hey man, I wouldn't be trying to get these shoes and these drips. I would try to get 5 years on the board just so you can get a better idea of the infrastructure and then use that to help our community. And that's smart right there. I do like that. And that did pop off into fruition. So that's pretty cool. But you got your boy Darius. Before we actually get there, Darius over here with his Jollof. And I'm like, why? I can't wait to hear what Elliot has to say about his character. But the dude is pulling out the shoestrings. I know this is not, I don't know what this head wrap is called exactly. I don't want to just assume it's a turban. Because I don't know that culture. They have different types of a turban and a hijab, and there's many different names, and I don't want to get it wrong here. But this boy is just being crazy, tying the shoestrings on his head, trying to explain what Jollof means, and it ended up biting him in the butt. We're gonna get to that, but that was just kind of interesting right there. It kind of just, this may be a complete sidebar, but I was just like, why are you explaining all of this to her? Like, does she really care about the culture and the food and its history, or is she trying to exploit it? And we kind of see what happens right after that. But again, I'm a little baffled here. Is like, why are they there? Because Al doesn't want to be there. Paperboy doesn't want to be there, and neither does Ern. Like I don't know. I just don't get that part. But maybe that flew over my head. I will say
go ahead.
He is looking kind of fly in the suit right here. Is that what you was about to say?
And I felt like more so Paperboy wanted to be there because he thought that this was going to be another venture for him to get paid for. It was just more of him seeing what he could get out of it. I'm sure they reached out to him like they reached out to everybody else on the panel so we could have some black voices, people who are popular amongst, pop culture at the moment, come and speak on our behalf, because clearly we fucked up with this central part 5 situation. And I think the situation with Darius, it spoke more to Ern at that moment, because you see he was the only one who was like, I don't want anything to eat, I don't want anything here, but you guys wanted to partake. You see Darius wanted the central part, like, can you part with this? Like, I'm trying to get this, I want this, y'all wanted to partake in this, and you wanted to be extra. I want some jollof rice that we had to go the extra mile to find, and she ended up stealing that shit. Right.
This is also hilarious to me, them apologizing and trying to save face. This crazy. Do you think racism is over? Like, wow. And your boy Khalil over here talking about what he means to say is racist. With our program, racism will be over by the year 2024. Wow, what dream are you living in? I don't know why he would say that. I don't get the significance of it. Maybe it flew over my head. I don't know. I feel kind of slow with this episode right here, to be honest with you. But how did you feel about those comments, ma'am? Because I'm curious.
I didn't go that deep with it. I already knew what time it was once we got into the Mahalia Jackson light. As soon as they got in there, they got the whole gospel. So it was like, oh, this is this kind of event, and you see right away he doesn't care about any social justice or what they did. I'm here at this benefit for what I can get out of it for myself and
Right.
for my organization. You, my good sir, you're not fucking this up for me. Race it. Let me tell them what they want to hear. Like, this is just a nod and agree type situation, just so they can get into that room and disperse whatever funds towards, helping Black people.
Right. I would not be friends with Khalil in real life. I'm just gonna say that right there. But we are at the Nigerian restaurant right
Yes.
here, and when he was saying Niger, I was wondering if they was going to explain that, like what it means. I was like, okay, I think I have an idea of that.
Yeah.
Not trying to sound too ignorant here, but it broke my heart, man, because I don't know. This seems just artificial. Her going all the way down here.
Yeah.
And that's what they'll do, y'all. That's exactly what they'll do. They'll pretend
Yeah.
they're your friend, they'll pretend they're your buddy and that they care and all of this. But her ass ends up liking the rice, trying to pickpocket or what other people are eating on their plate of foods and all that, just so that she can take it away, as she did at the very, very end. And so did you see that? Did you actually see that coming, or was it a
Yeah.
surprise to you? Okay.
Yeah, once I saw how intrigued she was, because you saw when it was just, casual, oh, I want some jollof rice, and then it turned into, oh my god, this is some type of untapped market. It seems like it's popular. You want some, but I can't find it anywhere. So this may be something that I can exploit and use for, different purposes. So, oh, no, I can go with you. Let's go and find this now. She had her plan of, what she wanted to do as soon as she got there. Like, what's that? Like, oh, that's okra soup. Oh, is that fufu? Like, yeah, let me get some.
Right.
Let me see what's going on there. Yeah, she had her plan from the get-go, which goes back to Earn, like, hey, I don't want anything, because when you want something, you he exposed himself and, his culture and the whole rice and the whole establishment, just because he wanted that opportunity to take something from them.
Yeah.
Get
That's
some
too
free
bad.
shit.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad.
Yeah.
And this right here, and it's coming to me as I'm thinking about this. It wasn't hitting me when we was watching it, but you got your board meeting, or the, I don't know what kind of meeting this is right here, with all the Black people, all these Black faces.
Yes.
Well, you had one Asian, and then the adjacent Black guy right here that he talked about. He called, first of all, I wish they would have checked it for him using the word nigga. That bothered me. I'm like, oh, it don't even sound right. Wait a minute, because last episode we got Socks evil ass. And where is he at in this episode? He was about to call him nigga, but the white guy right here actually.
That was funny.
Oh, you like that? You like that?
I mean, I didn't, but the aspect of I didn't know collectively, because Socks isn't just a big part, because we've had every other episode's aspect of even getting the full cast there, if we're not talking about some different type of subject matter. So I just didn't see, the divisiveness of him having the phone the entire time, and the whole setup and the whole cat and mouse thing that we did for that full episode. I was like, I don't really care for this character or why he felt the need to do that.
Oh, I got you. We'll see. And I got a question coming up about this scene right here that I'm gonna save, but I'm just kind of curious of what you think, of course, when we get there. But before we do, we at the hotel, and Earn is upset because he sees a familiar face, and that is your girl Vanessa Zazie Beetz. Looking fine, looking beautiful, looking great. Why is she treating him like this? Why is she giving him the cold shoulder like this? I mean, I don't understand. She's sending him emojis of thumbs up, like I'm good, and she just living her best life. It was some theories of people that thought she was dead, but I don't want to get. I don't know if you heard those, but here we got a Karen right here. Was the Karen right struggles? Tyra, was she right or was she wrong? Do you think Van stole the wig? What you think? What's going on?
Van has been stealing, so I was like, when are we gonna have the epiphany? Like, oh, Van actually stole it, because she's been stealing. So in the moment, I was like, oh Lord, Earn is in here sticking up for her, and she actually stole this shit. But they didn't actually say that. But we have seen her steal in other episodes, so I wasn't sure what to think. And if she wasn't, like, she hasn't been in contact, like, where would you get the money? You don't have a job. I didn't know. I personally thought she stole it until we didn't hear anything else afterwards.
Yeah, remember the episode at the tree? I forgot the name of
Mhm.
it. She was looking at the chef, and I remember she put something in her pocket. It's just
Yeah.
randomness right there. I kind of wish we would have got a fight between these two. That would have been nice, seeing them kind of roll around. But Aaron worked that mouthpiece though. He was able to
Mhm.
get a free hotel. I like how he swung that right there. That's pretty dope. So hey guys, if you don't got no money and you at a hotel and you don't have a room, just get into a fight with somebody and have some people back you up and just lie like Aaron did. You get you a nice little suite or whatever. And so
How
but
do you
again,
feel about Van?
huh?
How do you feel about Van in general?
Other than her looks, she's really disappointing me.
What looks?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
she looks good, but I don't
Mhm.
know. She's acting a bit irresponsible, in my opinion. I don't want to treat her like a
Oh.
baby, but
Mhm.
you're running around by yourself in a foreign country, and I mean, like, I don't think Aaron deserves the way she's treating him.
Yeah.
You can disagree if you want to, but
Uh,
they
I. Oh, go ahead.
no, they just been in love for so long. They have a child. You can at least respect him to respond.
Yeah.
Like I just don't understand all that. You agree or disagree?
I disagree.
Okay, okay.
I feel like Van is having a midlife crisis.
Really?
Yeah, from the time that she arrived there, the only thing that we know is that a job that she was working on for a very long time, she didn't get it. And now it's just like all hope is lost. She just seems really lost. I believe that they're, kind of off into their 30s, and she has just been being a mom, and it just kind of looked like to me, it was like, okay, well, yeah, what I wanted to do with my life or at this moment didn't quite pan out, and I don't know what I'm doing next. Meanwhile, I'm still, the parent, and you get to go off and, be earned. Even though I'm sure he is, subsidizing and sending money back, I'm sure it's not quite the same. So when you roll up on me and go, well, hey, you can't just do this. You're a parent. Well, you got to just kind of do a lot of stuff that you wanted to do for a few seasons as a parent. So now it's just, and I'm not saying that she's not being irresponsible and she
Okay.
could have sent, back a text, but I feel like it's much bigger than her just trying to be nonchalant. I feel like she is having a whole fucking breakdown personally. Like she's becoming a klepto, which is why I thought she
Yeah.
stole that wig.
Right. Right.
Her pushing people in the pool in that episode, and she just seems really off, and we
Yeah.
we know it's off because she's normally the more responsible one of the whole clique, and
Right.
just being the voice of reason, and now she is just completely different. So I thought maybe she was having a midlife crisis, and she's just a little lost and doesn't know what to do with herself.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you, Van. Get it together, ma'am. You're making me nervous. I hear where you're coming from, Tyra. I was about to say something else, but it just slipped my mind. Oh no, I remember now. Aaron is working though. He's
What
working. That is his
now?
job. That is his job.
Now?
No, he been working since season 1.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, well, that was the come up. But in the meantime of you coming up, I had to, be the bearer for everything. Even when it came down to our daughter, she used to go in often about how irresponsible he was and how she wanted him to mature and, be a man and all these other things. And it's just kind of like, now that you are doing what you need to do, but I don't think things are working out so much so for her, which will, led her to come there anyway and be irresponsible in the first place.
okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. Right on, right on, right on. Now we got an Al, your boy Paperboy, going on social media talking about invest in your hood, invest in your hood, or whatever he did. Tyler, do it for us one time. Come on, go, go, go. It's on you. Come on, you got it. We ain't gonna move on. I'm just playing. You don't got to do all that, but
He was
yeah,
cute. It was like invest in your hood, invest in your hood. It was like,
yeah. I
and
like it.
I felt for him because I knew it was a setup when they gave the pitch. Like, okay, well, you go and set that pitch. Like, I know they're not going to go for that shit. Clearly, you don't know where you are and what this organization is about.
Yeah.
As we saw in that full circle, it was all about what they can get. Like, okay, yeah, I want a yacht, I want tickets, I want this, and it's just like, okay, whoa, what does this have to do with Black people? It's like, okay, we're Black. This is helping us.
Yeah. This is horrible.
Like, okay, that this isn't gonna reach the community. So I felt like it was more of, okay, you know what? Let's just kind of let him take the floor and think that he's gonna have a moment to do something for the hood when we know it's gonna come back around to us, and this isn't the organization that he thinks it is.
Not at all. Not at all. Would you wear her outfit? You like that? You think it's cute? I'm just
I
playing
like the
out.
choker.
Okay. That's a little scary, but you know, seemed like that's the only look. Well, I was gonna say belongs in the bedroom, but whatever, whatever. But you see what they changed this to right here,
Oh
and so
yes,
a
yes,
big
Jesus.
mayonnaise sandwich. What it
Oh,
reminds
not
me
just
of.
mayonnaise. I love how everybody who was mayonnaise was speaking perfect English. Then we got to the black people. I was like, oh, come on now.
Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Horrible.
But we're going back to your boy Darius. He comes and he sees that the Nigerian restaurant was bought out by the white lady. And I don't have those images right there, but that broke my heart. I'm like, damn. I'm glad that he threw the food away. I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that he threw the food away, but that's where the her true colors revealed herself and her true intentions. So we got to be careful with that. And you say you saw that coming. You knew what the deal
Yeah.
was. Yeah, you
She
knew what
was
the deal was.
taking pictures and stuff. Not Najibo. That's what it's called. Like, what does that
Horrible,
mean? Are you not? What is
horrible.
that? Like, okay, yeah. Let me put that in my notes. And then she said it. Like, as soon as she said, like, what did she say? Her husband, it was commissary food trucks or something. I was like, what commissary? Like, what? Yeah,
Yeah.
it seemed really, really off. And I love how he was like, yeah, I have to pay for this. She's like, oh no, your money's no good here. Card only. I was like,
Right.
oh, you served your purpose, and he
Right.
threw it away.
Right. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did. But coming
Yeah.
up to the end of the show, you know, Al Paperboy comes in here. He's mad as hell because he feels exploited, and it just bothers me too. Though you had it feel like he was fed to the lions from his own people,
Yeah.
and Khalil is up here trying to make excuses for him, just like, hey, this is how it works, and da 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 da. I kind of wanted Al to punch him in his face. But you know, you got anything from this right here?
Yeah. I getting from the show in different black people that because you see, I feel like each episode they're in a different city or a different, continent. They're pretty much touring all around the world and stuff like that. But from this character here and the character that we got in the tree episode with the art and Ernest, like, people are really paying for this, and it's just pretty much like, hey, don't mess this up for me. If they're gonna pay for it, I'm gonna fucking use them. They use us and use stuff all the time, and I'm feeling like these episodes are like, get it while the getting is good. Like, just the whole situation just kind of felt like he was trying to tell him to look at the bigger picture. This is what now. I didn't know where that was supposed to come from because via the circle, it was like, your organization, what do y'all do again? I don't even know what y'all do. This still isn't reaching the community. So he's still using that money for selfish reasons. Right. But if he wanted to do something like that and start a paperboy organization and use them for that aspect, y'all want to invest in something and fundraise something, and I can put it towards, play the, like, you're gonna have to play the game here. Nobody's playing fair here or cares, or they're not concerned about anybody. And I like that he said, why would they even fund that or pay for something like that that's gonna stop them from consuming their products? Why would they dig their own grave? They're never gonna
charity.
do that. Yeah. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is start your own organization, suck them dry, and use that money for what you want to use it for. But you can't come in here with that kind of pitch.
And you got to be careful with that, though.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with that, though, because it's a thin line. And, if you're doing that for so long, you're going to abandon your people and end up just contributing to them. And so it's a slippery slope right there.
Yeah.
But it's also slippery is Van in this robe right here looking good. I do like the fact that Ern kind of owned up and was like, hey, I know when I approached you earlier, I kind of feel like I was attacking you. I was just concerned and all that stuff. I think that was a genuine moment. But I did like seeing them come together because I do want this relationship to flourish. I love seeing her arms wrapped around them and them just being close and embracing each other. But at the same time, I kind of feel like she's playing him. Just to, he called her out as well. Like, did you steal the wig? And she came in and kissed him, but how did you take this scene between the two of them? Was it genuine to you? You think she was playing him, kind of stringing him along? How did you feel about it?
It was not. I didn't feel like it was anything genuine. I just felt like it was like an opportunity. Like, well, hey, we're both alone in this room. Why not? I didn't look at it as a bigger aspect for their relationship because I always felt like they had lingering feelings for each other. But I just feel like that was a slippery slope to even have that happen because clearly when he woke up, she was gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just I don't like that. Like, I'm not, you're not some random. You are the mother to our child. We have to handle ourselves accordingly and be. I personally, I'm not a fan of the lingering baby daddy-esque relationships. Like, if y'all done, just be done. With the co-parenting thing. But you see, he still referred to her as his Beyonce in the lobby during the argument. So he clearly still cares for her. But I really think Van needs some help.
Yeah, she does. I'm also want to try to defend her as well because I can't remember if it was the beginning of season 3. No, this had to be in season 2, the German episode where they went to that pub and they was playing ping pong, and I think that she was saying, "Hey, I want a genuine relationship to where I'm not, we're not just together to have sex," and he kind of gave her the boot, just like, "Well, I want something else," and so she wanted to like settle down and be for real. Yeah. And he gave her the cold shoulder, and now it seems like she's returning the favor. And I necessarily cannot say that I'm mad at her for that, because she did want something much more, and he had an opportunity, and now he wakes up in bed alone. Yeah. Which is, I was like, damn. But I mean, he didn't necessarily do her like that, but in a way he did. So I don't know. Y'all let us know what you think about that in the comment section below. You have any comments on that, ma'am?
No, I feel like what you said was like she giving him a dose of his own medicine, which is why I commented on the, oh, you're a mom, like you can't be going, like, you're a dad. You've had the liberty to kind of move in the way that you wanted to for a minute, and I've had to be the responsible one. I've been the one, with the feelings, trying to cultivate a relationship, trying to be all things Van. Right now, I'm just having some fun, and I just really don't care. Like, she literally said fuck his feelings in that moment.
Right on. So since this is the end of the episode, what are your final thoughts, man?
I enjoyed the episode. I'm hoping that next episode all the gang is there. I do still feel like we're missing the meat and potatoes of the show because there is so much social commentary, and I do appreciate that, but just the deep relationships that we had with just the characters and the, the build up, the hustle, them just being so different. Like, I'm starting to kind of like see the pointless Darius situation and him going off into, miscellaneous territory every single episode. I do want some growth for Darius' character. I just I don't know what's going on with his character. I want some growth there. And I like it. I like it so far, but I do want more from the show.
I got you. I can say the same. So before we head out of here, guys, y'all let us know what you're feeling about the show, what you're feeling about this episode, whether you agree with me or Tyra or not. Do you want more from the show or the characters? Please just let us know. Spoil all that good stuff. And I want to thank all y'all for tuning in to our Atlanta Season 3, Episode 6 recap and review. We really do appreciate it, and we will be here same time, same place next time, next week. And also, guys, check out Tyra's page, Struggle Reviewz TV. There's a link to that in the description box of this video. Help her reach her next milestone of 5,000 subscribers, and help me reach my next milestone of 40,000 subscribers. We will both really appreciate that a ton. But guys, at the end, thank you so much for tuning in. And before we head out, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, and that's Tyra, and that's just our opinion. And peace out. And we'll see you next time.